Hi, my name is Kristin Schilb, and I'm going to be discussing a reading program that my district currently uses called Fundations and how this program supports student brains while they're learning to read. I'm going to start by talking about a few important characteristics of how the brain learns to read. The first one I'm talking about is spoken language, and a student's spoken language experience can greatly affect their ability to read. Some students come to school with lots of different experiences with spoken language, and others come to school with a lot less. So as teachers, we have to address this area to make sure that we have students that are able to be good readers. Another important characteristic of reading is understanding phonemes, and a phoneme is the smallest unit of sound. Sousa said that even as newborns, some humans can decipher phonemes. Phonemes can be put together to make syllables or words. So for example, something that Fundations does a lot, we have students tap out words. So for example, if we're tapping the word dog, we would tap d, ah, g, and then understand that those phonemes can be put together to make larger words. Sousa also says that the easy part of reading is being able to decipher words by their sounds, but the hard part is putting the meaning behind those words. So that kind of leads into one of the next parts that I'm talking about tonight, which is for students learning how to comprehend a text. This is a lot more complex than just being able to decipher a word, but it's a very important skill for our students to have. Students need to be able to decode words and know if the words that they're reading make sense, so that they can understand what's actually happening in the story. If students can't do this, then it doesn't really matter if they're able to decode the words, because what they're reading won't be able to apply to anything. The last characteristic that I'm talking about tonight is phonological awareness, which is another important part of reading. This is being able to take words and sentences that we hear and breaking them down into their words and into their syllables and even into their phoneme sounds. Some parts of this is being able to break words into their onsets and their rhymes. So being able to know that the word hat, when they hear it, rhymes with cat. This focuses on being able to hear the words, and this is a skill that students need to have before they start looking at print. So moving on to the program that I'm discussing tonight, my district currently uses a program called Fundations. The publisher for this is Wilson Language Training Corporation, and it was first published in 2002 and then later republished in 2012. And this program was first created for students that were struggling readers and students that were in special ed classes, though Wilson quickly learned that this program can benefit all readers, and so it's been adapted into a Tier 1 reading program that's used by all sorts of classrooms. This program is used to address students' phonics understanding, their handwriting, and their spelling, and the components of this program are designed to teach students how to read words based on phonics, as well as teach them trick words that do not follow the standard patterns that they'll learn. Students also learn the rules that go behind the way that words are spelled, which is really helpful for them as well. As a first grade teacher, I teach Fundations each and every morning. We are expected to teach this to fidelity in my school district, and so we are supposed to find 30 minutes each day that is just for this program. Though this program is available for K3, our school district only uses it for K2. This is my third year to teach Fundations, and I have had extensive training over the past 3 years to know how to teach this the right way. I've been observed by the Fundations instructors that have came into our school district. Our administrators have came in, and other teachers come in to monitor and make sure that we are using this program the way that we are expected to. As a classroom teacher, I have actually learned a lot from this program that has helped me understand the English language better. For example, before I started teaching Fundations, I knew that some letters got doubled at the end of words, but I didn't really know why, and honestly, I didn't even think about it. But one of the units that I've just recently taught in Fundations teaches why we double the letters S, L, and F at the end of words. So just like we talked about last week in our discussion posts and in our assignment, when we have our students teach each other something, that helps them learn the material better. And so that's kind of how I feel with teaching Fundations. Though I knew how to spell the words and I had memorized patterns, I now know the why behind the rules, and I feel like That's helped me to know the material even better, and it just made me a better teacher. So I feel like overall this program has made me a better reading and a better writing teacher. Thanks.